Algorand value equivalent to 35,686 rands a coin. The present cost range 35,443 373 to 28. The earlier day close 36,711. The change was 0.125 to 79%. Backwards rate ZAR to Algo. Algorand cost expectation for August 2024. At the outset cost at 665 rands. Excessive cost 665, while low cost 520. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 602. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 559. Change for August 15.9%. Algorand conjecture for September 2024. At the outset cost at 559 rands. Excessive cost 693, while low cost 559. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 615. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 648. Change for September 15.9%. Algorand cost expectation for October 2024. Before all else cost at 648 rands. Excessive cost 805, while low cost 648. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 713. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 752. Change for October 16%. Algorand conjecture for November 2024. Before all else cost at 752 rands. Exorbitant cost 839, while low cost 729. They found the middle value of cost 776. Algorand cost estimate toward the month's end 784. Change for November 43%. Algorand cost expectation for December 2024. First and foremost cost at 784 rands. Exorbitant cost 931, while low cost 784. They found the middle value of cost 842. Algorand cost estimate toward the month's end 870. Change for December 11%. Algorand estimate for January 2025. First and foremost cost at 870 rands. Exorbitant cost 870, while low cost 718. They found the middle value of cost 813. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 783. Change for January 10%. Algorand cost expectation for February 2025. In the first place cost at 783 rands. Exorbitant cost 783, while low cost 623. They found the middle value of cost 715. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 670. Change for February 14.4%. Algorand gauge for Walk 2025. In the first place cost at 670 rands. Exorbitant cost 729, while low cost 633. They found the middle value of cost 678. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 681. Change for spring 16%. Algorand cost expectation for April 2025. Initially cost at 681 rands. Excessive cost 681, while low cost 560. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 631. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 602. Change for April 11.6%. Algorand figure for May 2025. Before all else cost at 602 rands. Excessive cost 655, while low cost 569. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 610. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 612. Change for May 17%. Algorand cost expectation for June 2025. In the first place cost at 612 rands. Exorbitant cost 612, while low cost 512. They found the middle value of cost 572. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 551. Change for June 10%. Algorand gauge for July 2025. In the first place cost at 551 rands. Exorbitant cost 628, while low cost 546. They found the middle value of cost 578. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 587. Change for July 65%. Algorand cost expectation for August 2025. Before all else cost at 587 rands. Excessive cost 729, while low cost 587. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 646. Algorand cost figured toward the month's end 681. Change for August 16%. Algorand figure for September 2025. Before all else cost at 681 rands. Excessive cost 740, while low cost 644. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 689. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 692. Change for September 16%. Algorand cost expectation for October 2025. Initially cost at 692 rands. Excessive cost 752, while low cost 654. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 7,000. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 703. Change for October 16%. Algorand figure for November 2025. Initially cost at 703 rands. Excessive cost 771, while low cost 671. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 717. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 721. Change for November 26%. Algorand cost expectation for December 2025. At the outset cost at 721 rands. Excessive cost 895, while low cost 721. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 793. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 836. Change for December 16%. Algorand estimate for January 2026. To start with cost at 836 rands. Excessive cost 836, while low cost 687. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 775. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 739. Change for January 6%. Algorand cost expectation for February 2026. Initially cost at 739 rands. Excessive cost 861, while low cost 739. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 786. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 805. Change for February 89%. Algorand figure for Walk 2026. Initially cost at 805 rands. Excessive cost 875, while low cost 761. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 815. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 818. Change for spring 16%. Algorand cost expectation for April 2026. At the outset cost at 818 rands. Excessive cost 889, while low cost 773. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 828. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 831. Change for April 16%. Algorand conjecture for May 2026. First and foremost cost at 831 rands. Exorbitant cost 903, while low cost 785. The found the middle value of cost 841. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 844. Change for May 16%. Algorand cost expectation for June 2026. Before all else cost at 844 rands. Excessive cost 908, while low cost 790. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 848. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 849. Change for June to 6%. Algorand figure for July 2026. Before all else cost at 849 rands. Excessive cost 849, while low cost 731. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 804. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 786. Change for July 74%. Algorand cost expectation for August 2026. In the first place cost at 786 rands. Exorbitant cost